Okay, so I did the review for DLY, part 1, part 2, and the final part. So I wanted to give you guys the final part, part B, and I'm going to talk about some of the stuff and more stuff as well. So let's get everything covered. Okay, so I talked about the origin story. I talked about uh, the main story, and then the crossover story too, because there's multiple stories in this manga. And see, the first chapter was actually the origin story, and basically, um, there's just more to it. I mean, more happens with Peter and family as well because Peter does some messed up stuff, man, for real. Like, he sells something to the mafia. He sells like some kind of funky gimmick uh, device to them that doesn't even work, and then they kidnap Meg, and it's just funny as crap, man. Seriously, like how he sells them, and this is just very dark humor. He sells them a device that doesn't even work at all that he made out of like toys and scrap metal and and the mafia is just like so dumb in this arc because they thought that that device was gonna really work and it didn't. And then what do you know? They come knocking on the Griffin's house, and at the time, Derrick and Dorothy is gone, and of course that they beat the shit out of Peter, and they beat the shit out of the whole family, but lightly. And basically, what happens is they put Stewie somewhere. They put him under his crib or some crap like that, and then they kidnap Meg, and they leave a ransom note. And of course, it's up to Peter to try to get his daughter back. But of course, on the way there, he sees Derek and Dorothy walking on the street. He picks them up, and then not only that, they get in the car. They see some shit going down, right? Some crazy ass shit, like a plane flying out of the sky for no freaking reason. And guessing one of the baddies got to it. And not to mention that this all this crap is happening in Quahog, man. Seriously, I mean, you got a bunch of supernatural characters fighting. You got a tournament going on. You got a bunch of crap going on, and it's crazy. But anyways, getting back to it, of course, that uh, Don of the Kaplasa Fishies and his gang is going to try to sell Meg to a handler. Oh shit. And you know what handlers do, man. Come on, you know what they do. So anyways, Peter Bust is in there, right? Kicking ass, doing. Derek and Dorothy's just chilling in the car, right? Mafia guy comes out. Derek gets out of the car, beats the shit out of him, does, knocks him in the balls, fucking beats the shit out of him, just more and more, and then like blood is coming out of his stomach and shit. Like, cause how much he punched him, the blood is coming out of his mouth from his stomach. That's how fucking badass it is and awesome. Yeah, but the levels in here is just like crazy, man. But anyways, getting back to it. All right, so of course they're getting ready to sell her to the handler. Peter just like shotguns people to the face, pistols people in the fucking chest, fucking machine guns people in the arms and legs, all this bullshit, man. Shit. And it's just crazy. It just goes on from there. He finally saves Meg. Okay. Uh, they find money. and they get the money. And what do you think the next thing they do with the money? They're getting clothes. They're getting fucking Xbox 360s, PS3s, this and that. Because this shit takes place in 2007, of course. So yeah, of course they're gonna get that. And mainly it's just more filler of them playing video games, and Derrick goes to the pawn shop, buys Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, then goes on eBay, buys all the Super Nintendo games, Sega Genesis games, and there's a little bit of filler of just the characters getting immersed into like having a little bit of time to themselves instead of just like going out and then getting into random fights, and then not only that, getting into tournaments, and basically when they don't want to get into shit, shit happens. It's like at the wrong place at the wrong time for Derrick, Yasha, Dorothy, and Peter Griffin. It's fucking crazy, man. Shit. So, anyways, of course, Def Jam Tournament 2. And, of course, Peter gets kidnapped this time. And by a bunch of, I guess, thugs. Okay, because Peter sold them some sugar powder and they thought it was Coke, right? And they like sniffed the shit, and then not only that, they put it in their mouth, and they're like, "Shit, man, this is sugar powder. Let's go back to that fat bastard's house and kidnap him, right?" So then, not only that, Derrick just goes after Peter because he knows where the thugs went. They went to a warehouse, all right? So basically, what happens is he goes into the warehouse, he beats the shit out of a bunch of thugs, gets one of their Uzis, shoots them, kills them, and all this to save Peter just because Peter uh, sold them drugs. Okay, so uh, Dime Boy, aka the main chef, it was just crazy, man. Starts beating the shit out of Peter, right? And then not only that, Peter's taking the shit, and then Peter's making crack jokes at him. I loved how you thought that powdered sugar was Coke. Boy, did you get screwed. Yeah. And this is like very serious, and Peter's like taking brass knuckles to the face, and wow, and then he's just sitting there and cracking jokes because this is how messed up this universe is for this crossover. Yeah, so anyways, of course, that Derrick comes in there, saves the day, of course, kicks that drug lord's ass, and then basically knocks him out, and then ditches him to a different place, and whatever. And then after that, they enter the Def Jam tournament. And what do you know? The Def Jam tournament is run by, let's see, I guess it would be run by Little John. Why not? Hell yeah. So, anyways, Little John runs that shit. And of course, it's the main event, and you got all the good rappers in there. They're trying to fight for all the money and shit, right? So then, of course, the only reason why Derrick is fighting in the tournament is for information of where's the whereabouts of all the baddies, and of course, Zero. Of course, that there is a mysterious person there. And what are they're there for? They're there to try to get the money so that they can get more power and the powers and basically better items and equipment. Because what is this universe? You're asking yourself. Does this take place in the real universe? Does this take place in the anime universe? Does this take place in the family? What universe does this take place in? And I'll tell you something. It's multiple universes. It's mixed into one. So, of course, you're going to have a bunch of mixed characters there from movies, video games, animes, comic books, mangas, uh, TV shows, you name it. So that's why they're there, because it's a mixed universe. It's combined into one. And basically, it's just going to go back to a quick flashback, of course, that when Zero drank the potion, before he became a baddie, of course, and Zack drank the potion. Well, when he drank the potion, it kind of messed up the time paradox. And at the same time, when he was messing with artifacts as well, he was trying to gain more power. It just messed up more of the just timelines and universes, and basically a time paradox, whereas in every universe is one. How crazy is that shit, right? So, anyways, shit's about to go down in the tournament, and Ti is there, and just everybody, man. I can't name them right now. I don't feel like it. But anyways, of course, yes, of course, Derrick has to fight Little John, and he doesn't use his powers on Little John. He doesn't use any tactics on Little John. All he does is try to dodge Little John's attacks, and of course, at the last moment when Little John is like almost out of breath, he hits him in the stomach and he knocks out, and then pretty much Derek Yasha wins. Trophies, powers, and more of the powers, and better equipment, and just a lot of money. I'm sorry if I'm going back and forth, but anyways, let's go to the training uh, segments, of course, or the training arcs. This is, of course, when Dante was alive. Now, Dante wanted to treat or train him. My mistake. I was going to say treat, but he wanted to train Derrick very well for these kind of battles that was coming up, and these was very serious battles, of course. And basically, they went to this training world, and of course, it's called the Gallows of the Mystic Rivers upon Edge. So, anyways, at that place, it was just a lot of meditating, a lot of training, not thinking of anything but fighting and battling. And basically, it was like training how to dodge and how to do maneuver attacks and aerial attacks and multiple things. Because these enemies that he was facing was going to be very strong, of course, and a lot more stronger than him, so he had to get more training and more stronger as well. So of course, Dante really like beat the hell out of him, and that was for like 10 days. Then he let him rest for like 5, of course. And then those 5 days, it was a lot of meditation, a lot of uh, going to waters and looking at fish, and going into the forest looking at animals, and then knowing which animal was going to be a part of his bond. And which animal does Derek pick? The wolf, of course. The gray wolf, to be exact. He didn't pick any cutesy wootsy animals. He didn't pick any animals that were like monkeys or anything like that. He didn't pick any animals that was on the level of like normal. He chose one of the animals that's the most vicious predator on the planet, that's known to hunt for its food and will die for its food too. So see, there's a meaning to when the wolf is on Derrick Yasha's t-shirt later and used as the logo for DLY. So yeah, pretty much that explains why the logo is like that and why it's chosen as a wolf, because the wolf is pretty much the warrior of the pride, and then the gangster is the main warrior of the pride as well, or as the people. But of course, we're talking about a good gangster here. We're not talking about a reckless thug. All right. Well, I'm just saying though, like you probably don't know what I mean by that, because this guy is already a hero. He's not like some cracked up gangster that wants drugs, money, and women. No, he's doing this to save the world, man. Seriously. But anyways, getting back to it, of course, day 55 is just crazy. It's just them fighting with a bunch of different swords and axes and maces and different weapons, of course. And then, of course, they go into the training with the firearms and the arms as well. Of course, that Derek Yasha doesn't even like the idea of using magical rings because they could mess up at any time when you try to use them too many times. So Dante told him, look, you're going to fight some chess pieces, man. You have to get used to it. And then not only that, by accident, Dante summoned out Guardian Arm Monster, and the monster attacked Derek Yasha, and then he absorbs the Arm Monster's power. So basically, what that acts like is a relic. And of course, these relics help him out in battle. Of course, if he has to heal, or if he has to defend, or if he has to attack, or if he has to use his special abilities, or anything like that. Yes, some people's gonna tell me this sounds like out of a video game, man. Well, see, excuse me. That's the messed up thing about it. You don't know if this is actually taking place in the real life universe, or the movie universe, or the video game universe, or the cartoon universe, or the anime universe, or the TV show universe, because multiple different things have that same element that's going on that I'm telling you about right now, where the characters absorb powers from multiple different things. So see, that's why I'm going in depth here. Now, do you understand? So, anyways, what happens is after all that, day 95, everything is set, everything is done. The only thing that he's got to learn is how to eat food in battle. And that, of course, is learning how to take breaks and interrupting the baddies as well, telling them, can I have a couple of moments, please? So he'll get out any random food and eat it. But you know what he's going to eat? He's going to eat California rolls because that's what he likes. So, yeah, he's going to eat California rolls to get stronger, man. I mean, let's see. What is Dante's favorite food? I'm talking Dante from Devil May Cry. Pizza. What is Naruto's favorite food? Even though I don't like that character. Ramen. So see, you gotta have your traditional foods for your main character, of course. So yeah, sushi, salad, whatever. He pulls out random things whenever he's in the middle of a battle to get more strength and to get more stronger as well. So see how awesome that is. And then of course it goes into the detail of explaining how arms are used and basically the chakras inside your body. I can't speak straight. I'm sorry because I have this cold and I'm a little bit sick. But anyways, he explains how the chakras go through your body and basically when you're charging your chakras to that arm. Of course, it's taking a lot of energies from you, but at the same time, it only takes like a little bit of energy, not that much, and it brings back your energy once uh, you use that arm. So yeah, that's pretty awesome in itself. How it drains you of your own energy body, but then you get your energy body back in like 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. So yeah, pretty awesome in itself. So, anyways, getting back to it. After all that, of course, uh, enough explained in part two, part three, or whatever it was, the final part, part A. Because I'll need to explain that again. But let's get back to it. All right, so mainly I explained everything in one, two, and the final part, part A. And basically, I explained a little bit in this. So yeah, think of a lot more. Crazy. So, anyways, let's just get to the bonus stuff. All right, because there's too much going on into the story. There's too much character development. There's too much storyline. There's too much a little bit of everything. So, of course, the bonuses you get an authentic. I can't speak straight. One of those tickets, an authenticity ticket. And of course, you get a poster, you get training cards, you get character bios, you get various words, bios about the weapons and the arms and powers that they have and all that good stuff. And then there's just more to it. You get a couple of things, man. Shit. And usually the stuff that manga includes after like the final volume is finished, of course, more artwork, this and that, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much what that consists of. It's not really like items. It's just like showing you pictures of drawings inside the manga. Like, see, you get a poster and you get all of that and an authenticity. There we go. I finally said it. So basically everything, and then of course if you want to go more in depth with the bonus stuff, you get fan service. You get a lot of things as well, and a lot of fan service between the various different characters of male or female or uh, many upon different things. Well, I guess I said everything. Everything is done, and I felt like it was done. All right, peace.